Hey guys, happy 2019. This is going to be a great year. I can feel it. And so today I wanted to publicly announce my January TBR because I'm trying to hold myself accountable and I'm trying new things and we'll see how this goes. So I have 9 books on my TBR, and so before you think I'm crazy, I'm going to go through everything and then you will see it's really not as ambitious as it sounds. So first up, we have The Architect of Elysia by Vivian Reese. This is a YA fantasy and it is a prequel novella to the Elysian Prophecy, which is also a YA fantasy. So the only thing I know about this book is that it is about this guy who becomes the architect of Elysia, and I don't know what that means yet, but I want to read this before I read the Elysian Prophecy, and so yeah. So I just want to show you the stack of physical books. So these are the physical books that I plan on reading, and again, it's not as ambitious as it looks, I swear. So I'm just going to go through everything. So these are in no particular order. I don't know what order I'm going to read these books in. The books are stacked beside me in order of size. So I don't know, I'm just going to read whatever I feel like, finish it, read the next book. Anyway, so the first physical book is Carrie by Stephen King. I've been wanting to read this book for a while, and so there's no time like the present, there's no time like a new year to read a book that I've been wanting to read for a while. So if for some reason you don't know what Carrie is about, this is a horror. And it's about this girl with telekinetic powers and she's bullied. Also, I just want to show you, this book is really not that thick. And also, the print inside is really not that small. And mass market paperbacks, they usually read pretty quickly. Like, I don't even think it's 300 pages. So, I don't think it will take me that long to read, but we'll see. Next up, I have another book by Stephen King, and that is Elevation. This is also very short. Again, print is not that small, so I don't think this will take that long to read either. But this is set in Castle Rock, which is the same setting for like Cujo, I think, and like some other novels by Stephen King, and like a novella that I read by him. And so anyway, I think this is also like horror and maybe suspense. I don't know. Anyway, I'm excited. So and next, I have this poetry book, Wild Embers by Nikita Gill. Again, it's very thin, and, you know, it's a poetry book, so I'm not expecting it to take too long, but it's, you know, I don't know. It sounds like it's right up my alley, and I will talk about it when I finish it to, like, let you know more about what it's about. So, next book is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I've also been wanting to read this for a while. I actually had to pull it out for most of last year because I was like, I'm gonna read it any day now. And so again, this is why I'm making like a TBR, so that way like all these books that I want to read, maybe they will actually finally get read. And again, this is thin. I think this is like a middle grade horror, and oh my gosh, there's pictures in it that's so creepy. So if you don't know what Coraline's about, it's about this girl and she moves to this new place and she finds a secret door and she goes through the door and everything is the same except all the people have buttons for eyes. But also, like, you know, underneath all like the perfection, like things are really sinister or something. So I've seen the movie a couple of times, and so I've really been wanting to read the book to see if how like similar it is to the movie or whatever. But anyway, I'm excited. Okay, next on the TBR is the Twilight graphic novel, volume 1. I guess you know what Twilight's about. Graphic novels don't take that long to read. But in case you don't know what Twilight's about, it's by Stephanie Meyer, and it's about this girl moves to a new town, meets this pasty boy, and falls in love with them, and some vampires try to kill her for some reason. And this is, I think, half the story. And yeah. Then next, I have this anthology, Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman, another book by Neil Gaiman on the TBR for January. And again, it's not too long. And it's like an anthology, I think, and anthologies tend to move pretty fast, for me anyway, so I really want to read this, so I'm going to read it. this month. Yeah. And then next, I have Music Boxes by Tanya Drecker, who's one of my writing friends. And this is a middle grade urban fantasy, and it has like some fairy tale elements. And it's about this girl, and she really wants to be a ballerina, and so her family moves to New York City for her little sister, because her little sister is like this really talented musician, and she kind of feels like she's getting the short end of the stick, and so she finds this mysterious ballet school, and everything there is just like a little too perfect, you know, and some stuff goes down. So I'll talk more about it, you know, in my wrap up for the month. But again, you know, not a super long book, and middle grade is usually, you know, goes pretty fast for me. I just lost my bookmark that the publisher sent me, so I'm going to pick that up. And the last book on January's TBR is Giant Days Volume 8. I've been sitting on this book since it came out. I think it came out at the end of August, and I think I picked it up in September. And again, it's a graphic novel with this really great artwork. These are contemporary humorous graphic novels about this group of college friends, and I've really been enjoying these, and you know, this won't take long to read. So I think the last time I read one of these in like 45 minutes or something. So as you can see, like, it's very, very doable to read all these books in January, I'm sure. So hopefully my reading wrap up at the end of the month or beginning of next month, whatever, will cover all of these books, because I want to read all of them, and I'm so excited, and this is going to be a really good month, and it's going to be a really good year, and everything's just going to be super awesome. And yeah, so let me know what you're planning on reading, and if you even do TBRs. I don't normally do TBRs. This is my first time doing a TBR, but I just wanted to see if it would like help keep me organized and keep me from forgetting what I want to read, and maybe keep me focused, because you know how it is when you like books, you see a book and then you see another book, and then you're just like, book, squirrel, rabbit, you know, and it's just like nothing ever gets done, and things keep piling up. And there have been books that I've been wanting to read for like 2 or 3 years, and I still haven't read them yet, so that's not gonna happen anymore. We're getting organized over here. I'm a pretty organized person in general, so yeah, let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them and what you're reading, and let's talk about books. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next video, and Happy New Year, and bye.